All right, what is up on a Thursday afternoon? I'm here with Binary Order once again.
Hey
It's
man.
been a while since we talked, though.
Yeah, I think it's been about 3 months or so.
Yeah, no
Last time,
bids.
yeah,
All right,
last I just put that EP out, and like now I'm sort of building up to the next album. So
yeah. All right, so for anyone who missed it the first time, tell my viewers who you are and what you're all about.
sure. I'm Ben or Benjamin, the guy behind Binary Order. It's just me. It's like an industrial electro project that I'm doing. Got one album and one EP out at the moment, and I'm building up to my second full length release, which is November 28th, called The Future Belongs to the Mad. It's 3 singles out at the moment, but yeah, that's pretty much me.
All right, so first off, how the hell you been, man?
Yeah, good. It's good to have like some of the new material out there.
Definitely.
Because it always, I don't know, I'm always writing, and I always sort of I feel like I'm sitting on stuff for ages. And like the album isn't even out yet, but just having those 3 singles out and the initial reaction and stuff, it's been sort of really good for that. But yeah, I've just been writing and promoting, just continuing that cycle. If I'm not doing one, I'm doing the other, and that's pretty much been it.
So you said, how's the reception been so far on your singles?
Really good. There's 3 out. There's Slow Blade, Feel Again, and Salesman Cells. And Slow Blade and Salesman Cells are similar sounding. They're more like the heavier sort of metal side of Binary
Mm-hmm.
Order. And the reception to those has been quite good. I think if for me there was a step up in production and performance, and I think people are noticing that in the reception that I'm getting. And Feel Again as well as one of the lighter tracks. That's gone down really well as well. Everything I've put out so far has been great. No reviews have come in yet. So
I'm
I'm
working
waiting
on
on those.
it.
Sorry? What'd you say? Sorry?
Oh, I said I'm working on it.
Oh yeah, you're doing a review as well, obviously. But yeah, I think with like around a month and a half out, and I think within like when it's only a month to go, the reviews start to ramp up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what people think. But so far, it's been pretty good. Plays have been solid. I'm very happy with it, basically.
That's good. All right, so I want to talk for a minute about the cover art on this album because it's absolutely
Yeah,
fantastic. I'll actually pop it up here for a minute.
thanks. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. It's AI generated, and
Okay, I was wondering about that.
yeah, I know there's a lot of discussion
Right.
about the ethics and morals behind AI artwork, but I think for me it's sort of like another avenue to create something. And
Mhm.
I've worked with people before, and I've got some good results when I've worked with other artists that are like designing artwork for me. But I found unless you're doing it yourself, the passion is never really sort of where I want it. And obviously it's not, because like Binary Order is my thing. I'm going to be more
Right.
passionate about what I'm doing. So with AI generated stuff, I'm able to sort of create what I want outside of my limitations of being able to like draw and stuff. I think I went through about 600 images or so before I landed on that one.
Hmm.
I've still got them all saved, and it was just whittled down again and again. So I got one that really stood with me, and some of them were a lot more dramatic and a lot more intense. But I love the emptiness and the sort of liminal space of that
Hmm.
image. A lot of them didn't have like a figure in it, and that was one of the few ones when it actually like put a person in there, and
Hmm.
I think that really sort of adds to it as well.
All right. So, what else can you tell us about the album?
It's 12 tracks, and obviously there's 3 tracks out. I'm trying to think at the moment. So it's I've the next single is going to be very interesting. It's a track called Skin, and I don't know if you heard that one. I think you might have.
I don't think I did.
It's more of like a dance track,
Okay.
or an IDM sort of track, very similar to sort of something by Italtech or One Tricks One Never or Lawn kind of thing. And I'm a big fan of that kind of music, and have been for a while. And with this album, it sort of gave me a chance to explore that sound, and especially on that song. And that's why I'm interested to put that out as a single. I just want to see the reaction of it. And this album overall has been allowing me to sort of really go into genres that I haven't done before ever, like in the past album or even stuff that I've like worked on outside of binary order. I just sort of took down any notions of like stuff that I felt I had to sound like, and just started making stuff that I wanted to make.
There you go. That's always
Yeah,
the best way to do it.
yeah. Definitely, it was definitely freeing, and I've carried on writing because once the album finished, I was still sort of sat down. It's like I've got nothing to do now, so I started writing like almost instantly, and I'm definitely sort of following that path. So I think like the sound of what binary order has already changed
Mm,
massively, and I think by the time this album comes out, it's going to be a really good indication of like what you can expect from me as an artist,
mm.
in terms of like the stuff I'm exploring, and I'm excited about it. Basically, I haven't got myself into a rut yet.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Um, if you could only pick one of the songs off the new album that you feel like is like the best representation of the direction you're going, which one would you pick?
Definitely be Slow Blade. I
Okay.
think the reason that was the first single is because it really straddles the line between being heavy and being intense and being industrial, but also having like the melodic
Mm,
elements to it. Like the chorus before the third one is quite stripped back. Very focused on like the melody of the vocals and the bridge in that as well. When I got that bridge right, it's this crazy sort of electronic breakdown section that was inspired by Nine Inch Nails' "The Greater Good." If you're
mm.
familiar with the track, and I always wanted to do something like that, and I feel like as a musician and a producer, I'm at that point now where I can sort of finally realize like sounds that I've always liked and incorporate them into my music. And for me, Slow Blade really connects the two sounds that I want binary order to be at the
Mm.
moment, especially on the album. The more like aggressive metal and like more experimentation electronic stuff, and that song really sort of glues them both together. And I think it's just a really good representation of the sound that I want binary order to be. And yeah, once that song worked, like the rest of the album worked as well.
Mhm.
That was the one, like if I can get this right, everything else will follow.
All right. So I've asked you, I think I asked you last time, but I will ask you again because this by the change. What's the biggest struggle that you're facing right now as a musician?
Um, I suppose my thing that I'm finding right now that
Mm,
I'm finding quite frustrating as well is it's people are sort of expecting one thing from me. I'm finding binary order very hard to like market at the moment
mm.
because I've got metal people that just want it to be metal, want me to just do all the screams and stuff and just be heavy. They don't
Right.
want any clean vocals, and then I've got other people that are interested in like the more melodic side and like all that stuff, and it's like, oh, but then he does the screaming. I don't like the screaming. It's hard to sort of find my audience at the moment that sort of get what I'm trying to do, and I don't think I'm not Radiohead and Kid A, where I'm like smashing down genres and stuff. But I think it's where I'm advertising myself. I'm having to use labels obviously to get people interested. So
Right.
otherwise they're not going to click because they have no idea what it is. But like using industrial and using IDM, and I think they don't really encapsulate the sound that I'm trying to make and the sound that I've
Yeah.
got on Future Belongs to Man. Because like Feel Again, that's like a new wave throwback song, and it's quite like I don't know. There's like no synthesizers in it basically or anything. And there's
Right.
no screaming on it. Even you could say it's a pop song, um, and you've got that sound, and it's really contrasting with everything else. And I think trying to sort of convey what binary order is to someone that doesn't know what it is something I'm struggling with at the moment. But
Yeah.
I think that's only a problem I'm going to have at this point. I think once I get a bit of a fan base, the fact that I've got not such a straightforward sound, I think will work for my favor. At least I like to think so. I mean, I don't know. Someone might listen to my music and be like, "This is the most obvious, straightforward stuff." So,
Right. I
um,
mean, you've always got purists who are, you have to tightly fit within like one genre, but like, most of us are more into, stuff that you can't quite categorize.
yeah, the last album was the only. I got two bad reviews on the last album. Both of them complained that there were clean vocals on the album. They were like, "Oh, the screaming and the heavy stuff's really good, but every song's ruined by a clean chorus."
What
And
the
it's
heck?
yeah, and I think I might have spoke to. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last interview, but I find that like so weird because all my favorite metal songs are always the ones with those clean choruses. Um,
Agreed.
like I'm a Slipknot fan, but I can every single Slipknot song that I love is one where Corey's like singing clean. Devil in Eye, Left Behind, My Plague, like stuff. Sulfur, Psychosocial,
Right.
Dead Memories. I can go on with that, but and it's that stuff that really I think it really sort of emphasizes the heavy stuff as well. And I've got to have melody in the stuff I listen to, and it's got to be melodic. And I don't know, I love clean vocals and stuff, and I love mixing them and stuff. But there's been like a bit of pushback with that, and I think there's going to be more on this new album. So, but yeah, screw
it. All right. Where can people follow you and stay up to date on what you're doing?
I'm on basically everything at the moment, like Twitter. Facebook's where I mainly use everything. I started a Discord recently. There's a few people in there. If that builds up, I'm going to be using that. But I think the main place where I'm sort of interacting and putting my stuff is on Facebook. Everywhere you'd expect to find it, it's there. Like it's on Spotify. It's on Bandcamp, obviously. YouTube as well. I always try and respond to comments on everything. So yeah, it's basically just everywhere. You just put it in Google and it'll come up with a relevant link. I do need to update. I forgot to put the latest single on SoundCloud because that's like that. I don't even know why I'm on SoundCloud. I really don't like it. But yeah, I forgot to put the latest single on there, but I will do.
All right. And what do you want to say to your fans who watch this?
Nice. I suppose. Thanks for like listening to my stuff. I always like hearing feedback, whether it's like positive or negative. I like sort of hearing people's opinions on it, and I think a lot of people, because I'm running ads on the album at the moment, and everything that's being said on there, whether people are coming in and saying like this is terrible or this is great, I always like talking to them because I think apathy is the worst thing possible. Like if someone just doesn't care and doesn't interact at all, that's worse than someone like saying something negative. So, I'm very I'm happy that people are like responding to it and interacting with it and stuff. And I'll be making music regardless of whether people interact with it or not. But it's just good that people are. It almost makes it feel worth it. But I'd be doing it anyway. So
yeah. All right. Was there anything else we haven't talked about that you wanted to touch on?
Yeah. So
right.
I mean, sorry.
I said, "Oh, okay, yeah." What you got?
Yeah, you said you checked out like a party album. Like, what of I know you're going to do a review and stuff, but how what was your reception to it so far? Like, what has anything stood out to you with the stuff you listened to?
So far, I do really like it. I feel like which one was it? It might have been, was it Cells Within Cells? One of them was a lot heavier than the other ones.
Cells Within Cells is the latest single. That's the one where it's got a vocoded chorus for the first two.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one. Yeah, that's gone down really well at the moment. That's been the best received out of the three I've put out so far.
That's good.
So yeah, I'm quite interested. Yeah, I'm just interested to see like where it goes and where it develops and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Unless anyone in the comments has anything, everyone out there's awfully quiet. If there's a few of you watching, I'll give everyone a minute, I guess. I'll take this moment to say on Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, we have XTR Human. That should be one hell of a good interview. I think he's on tour right now, so he's going to talk to us from backstage or something. That would be good. All right. I guess that's it, unless you had anything else.
No, that's pretty much it. Like the new single Cells Within Cells out now. The next single is going to be Skin. I don't know if we talked about. I know we talked about it before. I can't even remember if we talkked about it on stream.
I don't know.
I haven't eaten yet. It's like half area. I think that's why
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, there's a new single coming out on the 14th that I'm very excited for people to hear. And then the album's going to be the 28th of November. So
Yeah.
Skins the 14th of November. Bloody hell. And then the album's the 28th of November.
All right, so Skin will be the last single?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
And then the album will be out, and then get to work on the next one. So just keep going.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. This was fun, bud.
Well, thanks for having us, man.
All right. You have a good day.
You too.
Yeah.